So basically, this video, today's subject will be a transgender documentary that I was looking at, seeing how it affects ordinary people. And this is a really sad case of a young boy, child, being indoctrinated by the environment and the people, by professionals and stuff like that, over normal child behaviour. All children have issues, but what's happened here is those issues have been used to create a problem that doesn't exist, to then the system then finds a cure for it, which really doesn't have any valid position for the diagnosis is not really correct for what's happening to this boy. This boy's just had a bit of disruption in his early life, in the family life, and the people around him are doing a poor job in terms of grounding him to just being a boy, basically. And it's gone out of control, and this is what's happening now in the West, that a lot of these kids are being guided wrong. He's got, at a young age, a stepfather that's come into the situation. He's got a young half-sister, whatever it is, I don't know. But, that's a big upheaval in a young kid's life. And obviously, he's showing signs of that's creating stress in him, because some strange man has moved in on his patch, and a child now that's got a lot of attention that he once had is now getting the attention. So what's happening here is you've got a situation where things are being missed. There's a misdirection here with what this documentary is trying to say. It's trying to say that this child has got serious identity crisis, when in actual fact, I can remember myself as a child being a bit boisterous as a boy. I can remember being showing elements of what this kid is showing. So by their reckoning, by these people reckoning, everyone should be transgendered, because you got a few, you're not 100%. What is 100% on planet Earth? Nothing. Everything's imperfect. So but what's sad about this is the fact that the doctors are, they're adult people. They know what they're doing could possibly cause unbelievable damage to this young boy's life, but they're willing to go along with it. They're willing to, who knows, behind the scenes, maybe make money out of it. This is the craziness of what's going on. This is the craziness of of what happens when you when you brainwash people, and the biblical side of things is not put out there, so people just have one field of vision, and that is the secular information. The secular is just some bloke in a suit telling you, because he gets paid a lot of money, that he knows best about these kind of situations, when that bloke is going to cause a lot of disorder in this young boy's life. And what I find quite sad at the end, that the boy, if I got it, the boy says when he's older he wants to be a mother, and the child doesn't really understand that he biologically can't be a real woman, in a sense, a real mother, unless it's a test tube baby, or an adoption. And that's the reality. So biologically he will never be a real woman. And what's sad about this whole case is, I'm sure a lot of this is going on. Really sad. And at the end, on this scene, you can see that it's literally abuse. This is where they're putting puberty blockers, which will create more disorder in the young child. And it's just going to be an endless cycle of disorder, that all this has come from is just disruption in the young boy's life. And then the external sources have just made it worse. The doctors have implanted certain ideas about changing. Then the external forces of doctors and all that have been applying this kid with drugs that unbalance the mind. And then now they're going to unbalance that kid even more with putting puberty blockers in the kid, which is going to create more disorder on the mind. So when people think that I'm crazy for doing videos on trans investigation onto these covert transgenders, this is the end product of transgenderism on the TVs. It's covert transgenderism, elite transgenders, people operate in the public eye that have some kind of code of transgenderism as part of their ritual or whatever it is. This is the end game. The end game is people at home, people that they and this is a battle of ideologies. And again, it's the biblical and it's the secular. It's a bloke in a suit that's got loads of money in his back pocket, and just because that looks like a good person to listen to doesn't mean what people should be doing is cross-referencing the secular with the biblical, and then make a judgment. But these people are only giving them secular, and so you get this horrible situation here with these kids being transgendered, which is horrendous, terrible. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.